Another American said to me, and I found this very interesting, that in a list of 20 things he'd like to see as a self-confessed conservative, number one would be an election process that people had confidence in and couldn't question. And he made the comment, and I thought it was quite telling, that if it's close and there are any grounds for claiming that it wasn't a fair process, that will be disastrous for America.
Well, legislation was passed since the 2020 election, which eliminates quite a number of ways in which there could be a rerun of the debacle that followed that election. So I think it's unlikely to be as bad. Still, we are expecting a close result, and it would be very surprising if one candidate conceded gracefully. Hillary Clinton did not concede gracefully in 2016. Trump, of course, did not concede gracefully in 2020. So I think we've got to brace ourselves. It's also not clear that all the results will be in by the morning of November the 6th. It may be not until the end of the week that we know at least some congressional races. But I think it's worth remembering that there have been some important changes, and legislation was passed to make it harder for there to be frivolous or cynical challenges to the result. I don't expect another January the 6th, to put it that way. But you've hit on an important point, and that is that the system still seems, in many respects, unsatisfactory. That's partly because of the bizarre opposition of the Democrats to clear voter identification rules, which certainly in the UK, and I imagine also in Australia, we would not think twice about challenging. Of course, you have to show that you are who you say you are when you turn up to vote. Elon Musk, who has become one of the most important variables in this election by throwing in his lot with Donald Trump and now campaigning very energetically for Trump, said the other day that as a technologist, he strongly opposed any kind of electronic mechanisms in voting, and that the system should revert to paper ballots counted by humans, the kind of system that you still see in the UK. You also have it in Taiwan, interestingly enough. And he said the problem with any kind of electronic system is one way or another it can be hacked. So maybe there's more reform in the future if Trump wins. It's interesting, this role that Musk is playing as a kind of surrogate for Trump. It's a very, very powerful addition to the campaign.